Shalom Israel, back out here again with another lesson. As always, we give Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai the massive victory for presenting me the opportunity to come out and present these works. Massive shout out to the brothers also that are doing this truth and this absolute truth and sincerity, helping waking up the lost sheep in the house of Israel, let them know that we are the Hebrew Israelites that the Bible talks about, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, Latinos, Native American Indians. We are the descendants of the people of the book. So massive shout out to everyone that's constantly seeking the word of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai diligently and sincerely. And massive shout out to everyone that's continuously growing in the faith as well. So massive shout out to everyone that's playing their role. The lesson I want to bring forth today is the truth hurts. And the reason why I want to bring forth this lesson is because the truth is something that's very, very bitter to a lot of people. People claim that they want the truth. People claim that they can handle the truth. People claim that they know the truth. But when they actually know the actual truth, it becomes very offensive to them. And that's the type of world that we live in today, is that people are too scared to speak the truth. People are too scared to receive the truth because the truth oftentimes doesn't align with their feelings. But as we know in this society, in Esau's wicked kingdom, it's about putting feelings first before facts, before the truth. That's just the whole matter of it. That's the whole conclusion of the matter. In this society that we live in, we're not allowed to speak the actual truth because the truth will get us cancelled, the truth will get us persecuted, the truth will get us in trouble with the police, it can get us taken to court just for speaking our minds. And this is whether it's in the truth or outside of the truth. Okay? That's the bottom line. And you'll obviously be amazed as to what the truth can actually do. The truth causes a lot of division. Because like I said, people can't handle the truth. People don't want to know what the actual truth is. This is why you have phrases such as, oh, this is my truth, these are my facts. Because their so-called truth and their so-called facts, specifically and utterly sincerely, it aligns with their feelings and emotions. It makes them feel amazing, it makes them feel great. Okay? And again, that's in the truth or outside of the truth. But as men of the Lord, it's important that we present the truth, speak the truth, and not fear any backlash whatsoever. Okay? And when you're in this truth, especially when you're a man, you gotta say it how it is. You can't fear division amongst brethren. We can't fear backlash and persecution from people. Okay? We can't be people pleasers out here. We gotta say what's on our mind. If we don't agree with something, we've got to tell them what the actual truth is, especially when we've got substantial facts and evidence to support our case as well. Okay? And that's just what it is. So without further ado, I'm going to get the first precepts. It's going to be Galatians chapter 4 and 16. So this is Paul the Apostle talking, and it reads, Salakia. This is Galatians chapter 4 verse 16, and it reads, Am I therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth? And that's exactly what it comes down to. Am I your enemy because I tell you the truth? So when you tell people the actual truth, suddenly you're public enemy number one, because people don't like the truth. Like, for example, if you're in a relationship, whether it's just a normal casual relationship or you're in a marriage or romantic relationship, wherever it may be, you tell your woman what the actual truth is, suddenly, oh, you're hateful, you're toxic, small dick energy, toxic masculinity, oh, who hurt you, all this type of things. Because telling the truth is very unpopular. So when you tell people the actual truth, they become your enemy, or you become their enemy. They don't see you as a brother anymore. And that's just the way it is. And I'm someone that can't be politically correct. I have to say it how it is. Whatever's on my mind, I've got to speak it. Whatever the consequences may be. Because number one, I fear the Most High. I fear Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. So I know for a fact, if I'm not bringing out the truth, I'm in trouble by the Heavenly Father. People fear men more than the Most High. And that's the truth, that's the facts. And that's why in this world, people are just political. In the national media / mainstream media, wherever social media outlet you associate yourself with, you have to be politically correct. You can't say what's on your mind because, like I said, previously stated, you'll get cancelled. You'll get in a lot of trouble. Okay, because the truth ain't popular for a lot of people. People are not ready for the truth. People are very sour and bitter, especially women. Women are very, very bitter when it comes to the truth. That's why in this world that we live in, I say this. If you want to make people happy, tell them a lie. If you want to piss people off, tell them the truth. Because that's what the truth does, it pisses people off. And you'll be hated because of the truth. Paul was hated because of the truth. All the prophets in the Bible, they were hated because of the truth. They didn't say things that pleased men. They said things that made a lot of men their enemies. You know? So I might therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth. That's what it is. Create enemies by telling the truth. And this is what happens even within the nation of Israel. You know, amongst brethren, within these camps. A lot of guys, there's a lot of subdivision, there's a lot of discord because certain brothers don't like the truth. You tell certain brothers the truth, you tell brothers exactly what's in your mind, they don't see you as a brother anymore. Especially if you don't agree with certain doctrines. You know, they present you the scriptures in a way that is suitable to them and they want you to adhere to it. And should you not adhere to it, therefore you're the enemy, you're lost, or the Most High ain't dealing with you on that level. You gotta be spiritual to understand certain doctrines or whatever. Okay? And that's what it is. It's just like when you're in the world. We don't believe what the mainstream media is saying, then it's like, oh, you're a conspiracy theorist. You're just hateful, you're just bitter or angry or whatever. Just because you speak the truth. Next precept is John chapter 8, verse 37. John chapter 8, verse 37, and it reads, I know that ye are Abraham's seed. Yeah, I know that you are Abraham's seed, but you seek to kill me because my word have no place in you. So this is Yahushua talking, speaking to the Pharisees, saying, the Pharisees were seeking to kill Yahushua because Yahushua was Mr. Unpopular. And whatever truth he spoke unto them, they always tried to catch him out. They was constantly seeking Yahushua to kill him and stone him to death. Eventually they crucified him, but fact of the matter is, the Pharisees even wanted to kill Yahushua because he said things that was very unpopular. He said things that were unpopular. He spoke the truth. Everything what Yahushua stated was on behalf of the Most High. And as we know in the world that we live in today, any message that's on behalf of the Most High, you get cancelled. You get called a weirdo. The scripture says we are counted as fools for Yahushua HaMashiach's sake. So it's like if you're saying, oh, this is what God says in the Bible, this, that, whatever, then it's like, look at this fool, look at this weirdo. How is he speaking on behalf of the Most High as if the Most High even exists in the first place? Things like that. That's what they come up with. So, and yeah, Yahushua, the Pharisees wanted to kill him because the word of Yahushua had no place within the Pharisees. Okay? And that's just what it is. And just like, for example, in today's world, when you speak certain things, when you say certain facts, and you notice that people have a different type of energy towards you, because you speak the truth, then the truth just wasn't for them. or they're just too much in their feelings, too much in their emotions, and not applying logic and rationale. That's the truth of the matter. Okay? So even Yahushua was hated because he spoke the truth. So you best believe, as men of the Lord, we're going to be hated as well because we're speaking the truth. Okay? And by the way, word of advice, do not be dismayed or discouraged from telling the truth. Because, no, I'll read our precept for that. And it's John chapter 8, verse 32. And you shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. So the truth makes you free. Why does the truth make you free? Because, number one, you're no longer mentally enslaved. That's the key. You're no longer mentally and spiritually enslaved. And that's what Esau's objective is, to mentally and spiritually enslave us by telling us lies, putting our feelings and emotions before logic and rationale and the truth. That's why we have a lot of bitter people today. Especially those bitter people that come up against people that speak what the actual facts are. They want to kill you for speaking the truth. Because we've been programmed for so long to think and adapt a certain way. So when people that are so subservient to the rules of this society, when you come up against those type of people, and your moves, your actions, your words are contrary to their belief system, you best believe they're gonna come after you and they're gonna call you all types of names. Okay? Because they're mentally enslaved, they're spiritually enslaved, but you can't fall for the same trap. Okay? So that's why the truth will make you free. Because as soon as I found out who I was in relation to the scriptures, I was like, this is why everything all makes sense. So then for me personally, it's like, you know what, you can physically enslave me, but spiritually and mentally you cannot enslave me, because I know the truth. I know the truth, and I will continuously perpetuate and promote the truth. And what is the truth? The word. Everything that's stated in here is the word of the Bible. The Most High's word. That's what the truth is. And I'll push it. And I'm not scared to hurt people's feelings as long as the truth gets out there. Because I speak what's on my mind. Okay? So that's what it is. So know the truth will make you spiritually and mentally unenslaved. You're no longer subservient. Yes, we're in captivity, and just because we ain't got chains around our necks and our hands, yes, we're still in captivity. But it doesn't matter. That don't matter at all. For multiple reasons. Because number one, our slavery and Esau's kingdom and rulership very soon is coming to an end. Okay? That's number one. So the chains, the metaphorical chains on our necks, is going to be completely unleashed. And on top of that, there's going to be a new rulership in town. And that's going to be our rulership. We're going to take over. Yahushua on top. Our prince, Yahushua. Our big brother, Yahushua. He's going to be leading the way on behalf of the Most High, of course, because he's the ultimate number one. Yeah? And obviously, we'll be under Yahushua. And that's just the way it is. And the thing about knowing the truth also is that the whole world could be against you. The whole world could be against you. Nevertheless, knowing the truth makes you free, because you know for a fact, especially when you have faith, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai has got your back. He's got your back every step of the way. Because not one time throughout history have our forefathers/foremothers have trusted in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai and has been confounded or forsaken. Okay? It's never happened. So we got no reasons to be dismayed. We have no reason to be scared of telling the truth. We have no reason to be scared of men or women, child, whatever. So we got to come out and speak the truth, even if it's going to offend people, which it will offend a lot of people. But you got to be a man. As a man of the Lord, you got to know how to stand on your own 2 feet and say it how it is. And like I said, if this causes division with your family members, amongst brethren, then so be it. The truth wasn't for them. So it just goes to show that they were only rocking with you in the first place because they perceived your belief system to be identical to theirs. Because as soon as they find out it no longer is, or never was in the first place, they separate you from their congregation. Okay? In fact, I've got a precept for that. Yeah, but so John chapter 9 verse 22, it reads, "These words spake his parents because they feared the Jews, for the Jews had agreed already that if any man did confess that he was Hamashiach, he should be put out of the synagogue." So that's the Pharisees saying that, you know, should anyone confess that he was Hamashiach and he was performing all these miracles, he should be, you know, anyone that believes on that should be put out of the synagogue. So you get put out of the synagogue for Hamashiach's sake, because that's the truth. That's what the actual truth is. If this was a fairy tale and everything in this book was a load of nonsense, then why should it offend you whenever we speak on behalf of the scriptures? Because, oh, this book is a man-made book anyway, so why should we adhere to it? Why should we take anyone serious that promotes the idea of adhering to the Bible? So you got to think. They don't want us to know this because they know this is where the truth is at. And again, the Pharisees will put any man out of the synagogue. Should you be adhering to Hamashiach, what he says? Should you believe Hamashiach is real? Okay? And that's what happens within Israel today. You don't believe with certain things that certain brothers may teach. They cast you up. It's like, oh, you're a bug out. You know, you're not getting the kingdom of heaven. The so-called the elect understand sound doctrine. If you don't understand sound doctrine, oh, you know, you're not making it to the kingdom of heaven. The Most High ain't dealing with that level. You're not spiritual enough to understand certain doctrines, apparently. Okay, that's just what it is. It's all politics. But I don't promote politics. I promote the truth. And yes, funny enough, I've actually been hated for speaking the truth. Okay, so you get put out for speaking the truth, even in those days, the Pharisees. Because again, they didn't like the truth. The Pharisees didn't like being told. They didn't like being rebuked. That's why they were constantly seeking Yahushua to kill him. Because he was the light. The Pharisees were very proud people. They wanted to be the light. They wanted people to think that they were the way. They were the way forward. They're the be or end all. This doesn't mean anything. That's what their mentality was like. But anyways, let's move on. Isaiah. Isaiah chapter 50 verse 6, and it reads, "I gave my back to the smitters and my cheeks to them that plucked off their hair." Okay, I hid not my face from shaming and spitting. So this is Isaiah. He had his beard pulled out, he had his cheeks smitten because he spoke the truth. Okay, he was doing the Hawah B'Hashem Yahshua's work. Him, just like many other prophets, got stoned and killed because people didn't want to hear the truth. Okay, so imagine your beard being pulled, your face getting smacked and punched, you know. They were getting spat at, just like even Yahushua on the cross, cheeks getting smitten, getting spat at, getting mocked, all because of the truth. All because of the truth, and people didn't like it. Okay? And even when you hear this, again, do not be dismayed, because when you read further down the line, know, Isaiah came out of his own mouth and said that he wasn't confounded because he had full faith and trust in the Most High. Okay? Got two more. Got Matthew. Matthew chapter 10 and verse 16, and it reads, Matthew 10 and 16, and it reads, Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Okay, so we're like sheep in the midst of wolves. Us coming out here in sheep clothing. In this wicked society, okay? The Most High sent us out here. We are commanded to be out here. Be ye therefore wise as serpents, and harmless as doves. Okay. But be aware of men, for they will deliver you. Okay, so be aware of men, for they will deliver you up into the councils, and they will scourge you in their synagogues. Okay, and this is what happens in today's world, where you get dragged into the high courts for saying certain things, and then you're forced to backtrack your statement. Even in the so-called secret society, the Illuminati, you come out and say certain things, you get killed because you're contradicting their narrative. Okay, and that's the so-called elites that run the so-called secret society. But anyways, verse 18, and ye shall be brought before governors and kings for my sake. Okay, so you'll be brought before kings and governors for my sake. Coming out and speaking the truth. That's exactly what you'll be scourged in the synagogues for. For a testimony against them and the Gentiles. So whenever you testify against the wickedness of this society, you get persecuted, you get dragged to court. Your YouTube channel gets cancelled. Your videos will get taken down. Now, fortunately for me, that hasn't happened yet. But I'm sure there's going to be a common time where, no, in fact, because that's why a lot of brothers have difficulty uploading certain videos. You know, I've had that experience as well, where certain videos I'm trying to upload, but it's taken over an hour and a half, 2 hours just for it to be uploaded, because Esau is trying everything within their powers to make sure the truth don't get out there, to make sure the truth doesn't expose their wickedness. Okay, is that even the lessons that I've done about the wicked nature of a woman and giving advice to women and all that type of stuff. It took me over an hour and a half to upload it, and on top of that, the video automatically got deleted, so I had to do it again. I had to start from scratch. 2 times I had to do that video. So you best believe wickedness is working, the devil's working, Satan is working. Okay, and that's why a lot of brothers' channels videos are getting deleted, are getting taken down, because the truth is unpopular. People don't like the truth. So just in case for some of you viewers that might be new to this channel, new to the word, in case you're trying to upload certain videos, you might come to find out that your videos are taking an age to be uploaded, and on top of that, it might get automatically deleted. Okay, because it's happened to me and it's happened to a few other brothers that I'm aware of, that I know. Okay, so that's word of warning. So that lets you know that the truth is poison in a lot of people's minds. Okay, especially Esau. That's why when you come out and speak against being gay, being a lesbian, being a transgender, and all that type of stuff, you know, you're gonna get cancelled. Your channel will get taken down, and you'll get certain strikes on your channel, all that type of stuff. Okay, that's what it is. So last precept, same book, just a couple of verses down. Matthew chapter 23, verse 34, and it reads, and this is Yahushua talking, wherefore, behold, I send unto you prophets. So Yahushua sends unto them prophets, and wise men and scribes, and some of them ye shall kill and crucify, and some of them shall ye scourge in your synagogues, and persecute them from city to city. And again, it's all because they speak the truth. All because they speak the truth. And that's exactly what it is. And just like the account I brought in John chapter 9 verse 22, get taken out of the synagogue just for preaching Hamashiach. I even watched a video not too long ago of a guy being kicked out of the church. A guy being kicked out of the church because he came out and said salvation is only for the Hebrew Israelites. He was in Christianity and he was adhering to what the pastor was saying first, but then just as soon as he finished reading the word, he read the Bible for himself, he saw that everything was stated in the scriptures was completely contradicting what the pastor was perpetuating. Okay, all the political Christianity stuff, oh, salvation is for all, everyone can be saved, this, that, whatever. We can't read, the prophetic books. That's why in the Christian churches, the prophetic books such as Isaiah, Ezekiel, Hosea, Jeremiah, all the rest of it, the prophetic books does not get read in the churches because it's very, very unpopular to their belief system. That's just what it is. That's why the Christian churches focus a lot on the New Testament, because there's a lot of scriptures in the New Testament that gets taken completely out of context, because it sounds fabulous. In here it feels amazing, in their heart and it feels amazing. Because they know if they bring out Isaiah, they bring out Jeremiah, they bring out Ezekiel, Hosea, etc., it's game over. They'll get found out. And yeah, the guy got kicked out of the church because he spoke the truth. He was even quoting scriptures from the Bible, but because they didn't align with what the pastor was saying, people in the churches completely hated him. And I can therefore attest for that, because I've experienced the same thing. People don't look at me the same way in the Christian church. The particular church I used to attend to, they don't look at me the same way. Sometimes I'll see them in the street, they'll walk past me, they will say hello, but it's more of a half-hearted hello. Almost like a hello of disappointment, because I don't believe in what they believe in. That's what the truth does. It makes you hated by men and women. Especially the pastor's wife. When she used to see me, she was very enthusiastic, always greeting me, hugging me, saying hello, etc. But when I saw her not too long ago, she didn't even say a word to me. So it goes to show that's just an example of people just too in line with their feelings and just want to forsake the truth because it makes them feel upset and angry and bitter and hateful. So that's why I had to come out and do this lesson. As always, we go by the Spirit, So that's exactly what happens. And the prophets of old were killed. Prophets were killed because they spoke the truth. And Yahushua telling the Pharisees would have done exactly the same thing. They would have done the same thing if the prophets were still around in Yahushua's days. Or in the time of the Pharisees also. So it would have been exactly the same thing. But yeah, that's what I wanted to get out. And lastly, word of advice: don't be scared to speak the truth. Just don't be scared to, because it makes you free. The truth shall make you free. Okay, and just be a man. As a man of the Lord, go down to stand on your own 2 feet, because there's gonna come a point in time where it says it in Matthew 24 and verse 10, roughly paraphrasing. They shall in the latter days, they shall become offended, and they shall betray one another. So this ain't the time to be being all friends with people and speaking, perpetuating a lot of political bullshit just because it makes people happy. Because when you're in a time of need and distress, people are not there for you. Okay? The love of many will wax cold. That's what it says in the scriptures. Okay? So please just bear that in mind, Israel. So with that, Israel, hopefully the lesson was edifying. You know, hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully this has enlightened your mind to think a certain way and conduct yourself a certain way, and, you know, has put the spirit upon you to start speaking the truth and not being afraid of backlash, you know. So yeah, hopefully the lesson was edifying, etc. Lord willing it was. And Lord willing, this has a devastating effect on many people that may view this video. Okay. So with that, Israel, yeah, as usual, close out and also give all praises to the Most High Yahweh Hashem Yahshua for the mighty victory for me to come out and present these works and do this lesson in the absolute best way as I possibly could to edify the viewers. So with that, Israel, Shalom, peace until next time. Peace.